move for approval, Mr. Chair. You want me to? Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, my name on here. Miles Olson.
Yes.
Come up front, please. Put them out there. How you doing? Okay, you're applying for a second-hand dealer's license. 1041 South 84th. Where's your existing business right now? In Milwaukee?
There isn't one.
Oh, you don't have an existing business?
I have an investment club at the location. I applied for change of occupancy, and it was approved. They were waiting to hear what happens with the license before I get the occupancy permit.
Okay, we realize it's a second-hand store, but you have quite an extensive record here of everything. And some of the things aren't even, well, you got a couple of them from the 16 and 12, which isn't that long ago. And honestly, I gotta say, I don't know if we want you having this type of business in our community. I mean, if it's just, there's pages of stuff here. And by reading all this, all I can think of is that this is going to be a trouble. We're going to have trouble here. And one thing we try to avoid, we do not need police department in places like this constantly. And I realize people change and stuff, but this is over a period of years. These things have been going on. So.
I agree, Mr. Chair.
Is anybody else? This is in your district here.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
Where is it?
It's on the west side of 84th Street.
Okay. So here it is.
Yeah.
And so it
Mr.
just.
Chair, if I could?
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's really very troubling. I see a conviction for possession with intent to deliver. I see a possession intent cocaine conviction. Now, these were some years ago. I understand that, but your operating while intoxicated pattern still continues to go on. It doesn't seem to me as though I can look and go, oh, there's a certain point in his life where he's stopped just flaunting the rules. It just seems to just go on and on. There's this year, intoxicated in a vehicle, blood
There's
alcohol
extenuating
content.
circumstances on that. I was not
Well,
operating.
I'm sure there were on all of them.
No, there wasn't.
No,
On
but-
the other ones, I was driving. On this one, I was not.
But just based on the record, I'm going to move for denial.
A second.
Okay. Nick?
Yeah.
I just a question I just have of you is that if this went to circuit court, do you think there's did you read this? Is there enough there that we can
I think what there has to be
justify
is
this?
a finding, or at least the discussion has to be revolved around some substantial relation, or if there's relation to versus the record to the license, and for the reasons why you're doing it. So as long as that's articulated, I think that'd be fine. Are you talking about in terms of what in circuit court would be the?
Well, that was always that the city attorney always says, it's got to be able to, if they would go to circuit court, that he can defend it, that he has enough to defend it. And, looking at all these various charges, it looks like to me like it would be, it could potentially be a problem place because of the record. So.
And I think the rationale, as long as it's related to being the record and the things that you guys have commented on in relation to that license, that's fine. If you're talking about his ability to defend himself against some of the allegations here, if they're dated enough, then we don't have to worry about it. I don't know, the 2016 OWI, that might be still in litigation, I don't know.
Well, it's the continuing pattern also,
Correct.
so. Does anybody else have anything?
I don't.
I feel that any of those offenses that you're regarding have nothing to do with handling money and being able to maintain the situation properly.
Yeah, and Mr. Chair. Yeah, I respect what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying, but what the important thing is, our license holders need to obey the law and need to follow the law. And in your criminal record, it shows us that you're someone that has difficulty following the rules and obeying the law. And that's what this comes down to. So I definitely hear what you're saying, and I respect that.
It says right in the ordinances that needs to be directly related to the license, which I don't feel it is.
Seeing that there's a number of drug offenses, you know,
One
and
time-
anybody, you see, if we would show this to, the people we represent, and then all of a sudden there's problems over there, they say, well, look, it just shows here that that could potentially be a place that they sell drugs. You know, why didn't you see that? I mean, excuse me, but did you read the police report?
Yes.
Wouldn't you say that, think the same way, that, you know, that potentially that could be a place for that?
It would raise my curiosity, yes.
Yes. And so that's
I
why I'm saying that, so.
So it's fair for the community to assume against what they've, possibilities, everybody has possibilities where they could do something wrong.
But you have a background though. I'm sorry, Nick.
I would say additionally, if we're talking about rules, and ability to follow law, there's the probation, which hasn't been touched on, there's been the drug talk, but the probation violations, were referenced, I think there's a few of those as well.
Okay. Okay, so I have a motion and a second to deny the license. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Sorry.
So,
That's it?
so I'll get a copy of this stuff, when and how.
Did you get it, did you get the,
I can give them a copy of what we have, sure.
what do you want a copy of?
You want a copy of the,
Of the denial, you have the
Oh,
decision.
yes, a letter will go out.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mr. Nygren?
Yeah.
How do you say your first name? Un?
Yeah, A-N-H.
Okay. No, the way it's spelled here doesn't sound like that.
It's like A-N-H. Usually it's Anbu.
Oh,
It's like A-N-H-V-U. But
I wasn't gonna try that one.
my first name actually is V-U. But I don't know, somehow when I, come to America, the green card put it on a name and they put Anbu in there. It's going. Like, now my name is An.
Let's go on.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for the committee, item number 91 and 92 we have. 91 is for a Class B beer license,
Mhm.
and then we have the 92, which is the wine license. So, okay, let me see
Yeah, Mr. Chair. Yeah, and
here.
it's a,
Pause.
yeah, you have an existing restaurant, you're taking over the, an existing restaurant, is that it?
Yes.
Okay, and, that existing restaurant, it sells beer and wine currently, and you're going to be the new guy taking over?
Yes.
Okay. And that's why you changed the name from Faux King to Faux Cali?
Yes, because I have a different location too. So
Where's the other location?
in Milwaukee,
Okay,
like 27 in Layton.
okay.
So this is our expand for the second location. So since the other one's too small,
Okay, now this is for both of them. Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Then, Mr. Chair,
Motion and second? Alderman Wagner.
you're familiar with the laws about selling alcohol and all that, you're gonna have licensed bartenders there. You can only buy, you can only buy from a wholesaler, you can't go to Pick and Save and buy.
Oh no, I have.
You understand all that, I just wanted to make sure. The 27th Street location, do you have beer and wine also?
The 27 it just have only beer.
Okay. And I just wanted to make sure you understood that, 'cause sometimes people have a restaurant and they think they can go to the liquor
Yeah.
store and buy their beer.
No.
But yeah, because as a retailer, you have to buy from a wholesaler.
Yeah.
So.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Now, the license goes to the full council tonight, and if approved, which like is, you can pick it up before 3?
I believe this license takes effect July 1st,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, new license.
That's-
So that'll go in the mail to them?
around June 23rd, if all items are necessary requirements.
So,
Okay.
you're running the restaurant now?
Yes.
You're running it on his license?
Yes.
Oh, you have a license. that was never transferred.
No.
So technically, you can't really be serving, until the first, you can't really be serving, beer or wine.
Or even food.
Well,
I don't
do you have,
think.
do you have
Are
a food
you,
license?
are you, I don't know if you wanna go into this.
Go ahead.
I was applying for occupancy permit, everything going
Yeah.
good already.
It's in it.
But the food license is still in the previous guy's name, right? Are you working for him, or are you paying him rent?
Or what do you mean? Like,
I mean, the sign's changed already.
mm-hmm,
Assume you're operating the business,
mm-hmm.
okay? But you don't have an occupancy permit yet.
So I'm waiting for this.
I know, but you don't have one yet,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you're still operating under the previous operator's licenses.
Yeah. So even though the previous license not even closed yet, so should it close? Because I'm still doing under them for until this one opening, or
Well, I think strictly speaking, you're supposed to be working for the license holder right now.
okay.
I don't know what kind of financial arrangement you have with them, and that's really not, I don't know how much of a matter it is for this group.
I'll have to look into it. I don't know off the top of my head at this point. If I gotta imagine it's a red flag.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, because
But
you
I'm
got a
not
small
saying
period
it's
of
never
time there.
happened.
Yeah.
It's not saying it's never happened before, but typically there's some sort of management agreement made
Right.
between the new owner and the previous owner. But again, that, I don't
The
think we-
one I had it before, it did the same thing.
well, again, that doesn't mean necessarily that it's right.
Yeah.
Well, you still could make some sort of agreement, you know, with
Yeah.
him too,
Yeah.
you know, to utilize it, like, he hasn't surrendered his license.
He has.
No, so it's still.
The license is still on the
yeah,
wall there.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
still in his name.
Yeah, so technically he's responsible for what you're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says he responsible until I have it.
Well, he says he's responsible.
Well, you want a paperwork on that too?
Well,
Yeah, I think for you, you should get paperwork, because technically,
Protect yourself.
For your
yes.
interest.
Okay.
both ways. You have a lawyer involved in this, or is this just a handshake deal between you and him?
I have like bill of sale, but only I don't do.
Yeah.
I just do the bill of sale and then the list transfer and everything.
Yeah.
I don't do lawyer.
You didn't use a lawyer.
No.
No.
Because
I'm not trying to drum up business for lawyers, but.
You create enough of their own.
since this
Okay.
is.
Well, we've approved your license.
We approved
so
your
you'll get in the
license
mail
starting-
July 1st.
Starting July first,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Starting July 1st.
So,
So now I'm still doing with the other owner.
You're working for him,
Yeah.
technically.
Okay. Yeah.
and
He's
you
stop by
applied,
sometimes, you know.
and you applied for the occupancy for
Yeah.
whenever. Okay, that's
I
good.
already did everything.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that's good. That's it.
so go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay, we have a renewal then,
Manjeet Shergill,
Shergill, Manjeet.
West Dallas Liquor and Tobacco.
Did you get info on this individual?
On Manjeet.
Nobody here?
Manjeet from West Dallas Liquor on 72nd and
When
Greenfield.
it's a
Are you here?
renewal, it's only written at the bottom of the page.
Okay, we're gonna hold that one then.
Yeah.
Shana
Shana,
Peskowitz? Oh, she's smiling. I murdered it. How do you pronounce that?
Paskevich.
I should know that. Okay,
One salty.
this is for a new bartender's license. Uncle Fester's. I haven't heard from Uncle Fester's, which is good.
They're new.
Yeah, well, they've been there a while. But before that, we had nothing but problems, like I said, by not hearing about anything. If we don't hear something, it's good. Okay, let's see, we got driver license there. Are you working there now?
No. Not until I get my license.
Mr. Chair,
Hold on, Michael.
we don't call in everybody applying for a liquor license. You've got a 2010 arrest, underage possession, consume intoxicant in Greendale. That's really why you're here, I think. The point is, sometime in the past, you didn't seem to think it was important to follow the rules, and
Well-
we were all young, so we just want you to understand that we take this
Yeah.
very seriously,
Yes, I know.
and that we're relying on you. I think she said that.
Clear.
Take care.
Yeah. That we're relying on you
Other
to
ones
card
are
people,
cleared?
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Because,
great.
because if you get caught serving somebody who's not 21, you're gonna get you could get a very expensive ticket, and a lot of employers will fire you.
Yeah.
So, is this your first bartending job?
Yep.
Okay. I should start with the speech.
Go ahead, give the speech.
For anybody else getting a new license here, in West Allis, again, as a licensed bartender, you have a certain responsibility, okay? Card people, you know, that's the law. Don't serve people that are drunk, that's the law. When you see a problem that is potentially violent or might lead to a crime, call the police, you know? And when the police come, we want you to be cooperative and helpful and, you know, yes, officer, this is what I know about the person. Or he drove away in a blue Chevy, or whatever. It's really problematic when the police get called to straighten out a problem in a bar and they show up and nobody knows anything. You know, you're gonna be in charge there. I guess I don't know what kind of place Uncle Fester's is, I haven't been there. But, hopefully, we will never see you again, you know? Cause we have other people that we call in when the police have to come for bad things and, you know, it's not fun for any of us. It's not fun for them, it's a lot of time. There will be an occasion when the police will send somebody in who looks like they're 21 but's not, to attempt to buy alcohol. You know, it'll be a sting, and unfortunately, we've been catching a lot of people lately serving underage people. Is the term minor or is it just underage? Minor's under 18. Underage. Yeah. So, yeah, so we're on that, and we want, you know, we can't be in every bar all the time, relying on you and other licensed bartenders to do that job.
Just to bring it up to this body, there's a 2013 transcript of judgment against Miss Paskowitz for just over $1,000 to the city of West Allis.
And it has not been resolved?
It hasn't.
It doesn't
The
appear so.
warrant, she had a warrant, that has been resolved, you took care of that, but this is showing on CCAP that you have,
Took care of that too. I actually have, cause I can't afford to pay $1,000 up front, so
Right.
they had me sign
a payment plan?
a payment plan,
Okay.
so I owe them $100 a month.
Mr. Chair, attached to her file are her receipts, probably towards the back. Oh, right after the cover letter, I'm sorry.
That's good.
Someone in the
So you're on a
middle.
payment
Oh,
plan.
here.
Yes,
And you're gonna stay on the payment plan?
yes.
Okay.
I put as much down as I could, so
There was a 214.88. Okay.
Okay, and then, everything this committee acts on now, and this is for everybody else in the room also, everything we act on now goes to the full council tonight, and a license like yours, if it passes us and the council, will be available for pickup in the clerk's office tomorrow between, say, 10 a.m. and like 3 p.m. And if you don't come pick it up, then it'll go in
It's
the
for
mail.
July 1st.
Oh, it's a July
It's
1st.
July 1st too?
Never mind that. You're gonna get it in the mail.
okay.
But anybody else doing a renewal? So we have no renewals tonight.
No.
Okay, just newbies. Never mind that.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I move approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Jordan Frickler.
Fricker.
Frickler. No, there's no L. Fricker.
Fricker.
Okay, we'll hold that. Sharon Strickler. What is it? Somebody trying to test me here? Okay. This is a renewal, so let's see. You know why you're here though?
Yeah,
Okay, you had the OWI
2 years ago.
14, yeah, 7/22/14, which is in between the license. So, you heard everything Nettie said, and you've been working there now?
Yes, sir.
And so, you gotta watch it, cause you get a couple more of those, and then we're gonna be in here taking your license away.
No more.
Mr. Chair,
All in a row.
move for approval,
Second.
Is there any further discussion?
only because of the really nice handwriting.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone
Thank
opposed?
you.
I don't know. It's
See,
one of
your
the best ones.
standards are rather low.
Oh, she's
Sean?
good- she's good handwriting. We're
Yep.
done.
That's
Thank you,
it,
thank
you're
you,
done.
thank you.
Sean Herba?
Harab
Herab? Didn't I say?
from River Park Circle.
Okay. You gonna be sure that's that. Connor Hutchison, Connor Hutcherson?
Hutchinson.
These people were sent notices, correct? Taylor Moderinsky.
Madursky.
Bad day already. Let's get on here. Okay. We have a new license, and you're gonna be at, Bottoms Up.
Yep.
New place. Let's see. Okay, you have, okay. Basically, it's the, operating while intoxicated and 12, without insurance, there's a few other things in here. But you understood what everyone said,
Yes.
and I'm sure your boss is gonna keep up on all that stuff, so.
Jenna had mentioned Bottoms Up maybe not being open or possibly surrendering
When's it
their
opening?
license.
I'm actually here tonight for that.
Right.
I think we're talking about that tonight, so
Right.
we're ready. We just got our occupancies today.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, this is a license for the new year starting July anyways, isn't it? So, okay,
Mr. Chair, if I could.
Alderman Weigel.
I didn't touch on it before, but the drunk driving on your record shows that on at least one occasion you made a really bad choice about yourself. And as a licensed bartender, we're gonna be expecting you to be making those choices to your customers. Want you to be aware of how important that is to us, and we want it to be important to you also, so
Of course.
that's why you're here.
Of course.
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Joseph Hughes, the third.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Good.
Another new license, another Uncle Fester's, and you know why you're here?
Yes, sir.
And you heard what we said to the other people?
Yes, sir.
You just have to watch it. You have to watch everybody that comes in that place. Are you aware of the problems that were there in the past?
Yes, sir.
And there's at least one neighbor that I know of that is gonna be watching, so you make sure you card. Any questions, just card. Any problems at all, call the police.
Yeah, my license for there is just strictly in case something.
Okay,
So
do I have a motion?
Move for approval, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
thank you, sir.
Motion carries.
Gentlemen, ma'am.
Deborah Antonine.
Antoine.
What a bad day here.
Yeah.
I should have practiced, eh? Okay, another new license, for the 57 bar.
Which is no longer open. So now I want to find a job.
Yes. So you're saying, okay, you're getting a license, but potentially not at the 57 bar.
Exactly.
But that's here now, so, okay. Okay, and you know why you're here?
Yes.
Same as the other people, and you understand that, we do watch these things, you get another one, you will be in front of us, for that, so.
Understood.
Do I have a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Renata.
Renata Serlecki. Okay. This on here. Rwanda? She's not here.
Jaget Cheat
Yeah, she's
Randawa.
not- Yeah, she's not here.
Randawa.
Yeah, I saw that she was in. Okay. Christine Ann Stamfel. Renee Lippett.
This was the second request for Christine.
Oh,
She was sent a certified letter.
okay, let me see.
I'm gonna move for denial based on two
Second.
appearances.
Yeah, there's. Okay, we have a motion and a second to deny. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Renee Lippett. Is that her? She looked like this or something.
This is Renee's second also, she was sent a certified letter.
So I have a motion?
Denial, this is non-appearance.
Second.
Do we have any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? Motion carries. Okay, then we have Colleen Omer. Okay. This is new and existing.
This former, I'll go back to Smoking Joe.
Sure.
Right, that's right. Are you Joe's sister?
No, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Well, don't say it like that.
I just wanna apologize
Yeah,
up
no,
front.
I always got along with Joe.
I'm teasing.
I always got along
No,
with
he's
Joe.
a
I have
good
no
guy.
problem, so, he just, I see that you're gonna be purchasing the property and everything, so,
correct.
so there's no more Smoking Joe in West Dallas, huh?
No, it's Lucky Chance.
It's totally fine. So, well, you were in front of us before, right? Weren't you part of the Whammy Bar or something?
No, that was
No?
my sister Kelly.
That's just-
So it went from Joe to Kelly to mine.
Family thing.
Yeah,
Have you worked in a bar before? Have you?
I have not. I've just participated in supporting them, so.
Okay.
I have been for the last 9 months trying to remodel and give it a new face and a new name and.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Owen Weigel.
so you're gonna be hands-on, you're the agent, you're gonna be operating.
Correct.
Okay, not like you brought Joe in out of a,
No. Yeah, Joe's done. He's tired.
Understand.
and you're gonna keep the same kind of live music venue thing you've been
We're
doing
gonna
there?
do it a little bit more acoustically. We don't want the loudness anymore. You know, we know we've upset the neighbors before, so we're trying to make it more of just a neighborhood bar. Give it a brand new face. It's really beautiful inside. You should all come, and just kind of keep it quiet and make it more enjoyable, more family orientated too.
Okay.
So
Sounds okay.
I'll move approval.
Do I have a second?
Second,
Is there any further discussion?
so no pool table?
no pool table.
Yeah, so you did not check that.
Oh, sorry.
No, you didn't check it, so we
Oh,
know you're not gonna have a
okay.
pool table.
Anne has been so good to me, helping me get through it all.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Ronald Melitane? Hey, he's back.
Gentlemen.
What's going on?
Well, this I got my permit December 17th of 2015. I had a baby, and
Congratulations.
thank you. I think they just taking a little bit, and we're working on it, and hopefully we'll get it open by fall.
Okay. Owen Weigel.
You know what I'm gonna say. You said
I
that
know
a
what you're
year
gonna
ago.
say.
Well, I didn't know it was going to take so long to get the permit, though. Just to get the permit took me months.
Which permit are you talking, referring to?
The building permit to even start.
Why did it take so long?
It just wasn't approved by the city. It just kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
On what you went?
I mean, you're working with licensed contractors and an architect for any work
Yeah,
that required
architect
that?
is a licensed contractor, a licensed architect, yeah. Just took quite a while. I mean, I just got it as of December 17th.
Well,
Okay, so
All I can say is I'm working on it.
well,
And-
that's what you said a year ago. And a year ago, you said you'd be open, actually, I think it was April a year ago. You said you'd be open for football season.
What can I say? Things take a little longer sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not intentional. I'm
Can
doing
you,
the best I
can you give us a date certain that you're gonna be open?
if everything goes good,
I wanna have a date on the calendar, so that when you're not open on that date, that when we, cause your license is a very valuable thing. You cannot just sit on it and not use it. We have all sorts of developments going on, we have people all the time wanting to open businesses that are coming and ready to go and wanna go, and they come to West Dallas and say, well, you guys have a quota. It's like, yeah, we have a quota, you know? And we have, your license has been sitting there now, cause when we called you in April in 15, you had already been sitting on it for a while.
I had no idea, to be honest with you, I had no idea it was gonna take so long to get the approval from the city.
Well, I'll be honest with you, we have other businesses that have moved much more quickly, that apparently are better at remodeling buildings than you are, or are using better contractors that can get it turned around in less than a year.
All I can say is I'm doing the best I can, and I'm shooting for this to be open. I would say for sure by like around September 15th would be that's my goal, target date to be open by that date.
Of 2016.
2016.
Okay, just wanna make sure, again, because in April of last year, you said football of last year.
What kind of construction are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
inside there?
Yeah.
Basically everything.
Oh.
I mean,
What's
it,
he doing?
yeah, redoing it. I mean, there's a lot that's going on inside there. I mean, the outside, we started working on it we started really hitting it hard again about a week ago. And we're doing a lot on the outside. There was a lot that needed to be done in there. As I got into it, it was a lot more. I mean, basically it's cutting the inside out except for the handicap bathrooms, and that's pretty much it. And so it's gonna be, all I can tell you, it's gonna be beautiful when it's done. It's just I like to do things right, and so there was one time where the change got changed with the bar because we had to bump the wall out because it needed to be when you're in a kitchen, the prep, everything has to be close to all the hoods and everything. That kind of got changed too.
Okay.
I was having a difficult time with my hood guy. I couldn't get my hood guy to come back. I had to switch hood guys that do my other buildings. I mean, it's not my first time doing this, but this has been a process.
Well, I'm trying to remember, when did you buy this building in the first? When did this all start?
It'll be when it all started
Yeah.
was June. This June will be 2 years.
Yeah, so it's June now, so it's already been, so it's 2 years right now.
Correct.
And you're still saying it's gonna be another 3 months? July, August, September.
Yeah, it's gonna be about 3 months.
Mr. Chair.
Alderman me.
I have a problem with places getting licenses and just holding on to them for so long. Ordinances very clearly say 30 days unless there's an extenuating circumstance. And waiting this long for a license to get issued is not something I'm very comfortable with. I'm not sure what way the rest of the committee wants to go on this, but if we're gonna go with September 15th on the license and it's not done, how would you take it away? Would it be a revocation,
You would have to go,
non-performance?
well, you'd have to go through the revocation process.
And do we wanna mess with that, or do we wanna revoke it and make him reapply? Or not renew it and have him reapply?
Not renewal, well, we'd still have to go, correct me if I'm wrong, we still have to go through a revocation process if we don't approve.
It's a renewal.
I think there's.
It's a renewal, but still, to take away a license, you have to go through the entire process,
I agree.
you know, so, yeah.
So either
We're gonna do it either way.
September 15th then.
The only thing I'll say, you know, in her defense is that, you know, 'cause I've already bought an old building and ran into a lot of problems and things like that. And, it's taken way too long, but, you know, it is at a location, you know, it's at a good location, and I think that, you know, you can make it go, but you just need to step it up and try to do that. I know that building inspection will work with you and that, but, you know, we're looking for have restaurants that's kind of on the end of the National Avenue thing, and so I hope you can get it up and going, but, you know, I know I could support this, you know. like I said, you go up and
September
just-
15th, that's the date, right? There's not gonna be, I had another baby, or I couldn't get a permit or
No.
anything?
Yeah, so
No.
be careful there, so.
I'm gonna be hitting it full bore. Just as again, it's like a lot of stuff come up, but as long as I can work with the building permits, which we're working on it now, and I've been pushing it really hard, and you'll see substantial. If not, it's gonna be
What
almost
problems are
done.
you having with the build? You said you have trouble with the permits.
Well, just to get the building I have a licensed architect working on it. And some of the situations were like the swing doors. My architect is a licensed guy, and he's saying that no, you can have swing doors as long as it's 36 inches or more. And I spent if you know anything about restaurant equipment and doors, I bought each set of doors is $3,000 for each side of the kitchen. And the building inspector was saying that, or the lady that approves the plan saying you cannot have swing doors. And I said, well, if that's the case, then how come they have swing doors just down the street at Target, and each one's 24 inches? And I'm thinking in my mind, I just spent $6,000. I'm like, how can you tell me I can't do this? These are some of the situations I was dealing with, and I'm just like, and my architects, no, you can do this. I'm the licensed architect. So it's just like, and I don't want to argue with the city.
He should know the laws, the licensed architect should know the current laws.
Yeah, so it's just, I just like at a loss between it, and it took quite a few. That was just one situation.
Okay.
And when you go along the process, but the bottom line is, I'm working on it, and all I can say is, you're going to see a tremendous amount of progress in the next few months. And my goal is to be open by September 15th. Why? Because it's the football season. I would like to be open during that time.
Okay, that's your district, correct?
Right, and it's our goal as well, September 15th.
Okay, do I have a motion on this? We need to.
Place on file.
No, this is the 16-17 license.
Oh, okay. Then I move approval.
Do I have a second? Charles second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, gentlemen.
September 15th.
Charles Hastings. Drive by it every day and seeing your progress.
Yeah.
You know, and it's looking good. And you had a date also that you're gonna be opening up?
I think we're waiting to get the license, and what I heard today is we could go like June 15th, or soon as we
Okay,
get it.
now this, well, you have a license already?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so this is just, what we're voting on here is just for the new license. But, I don't have any problem.
I move approval.
Second. Yeah, so this is the July 1st license, but you're thinking you're gonna be ready to open this next week sometime?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just wanna let you guys know also, we're working on buying the house right next to us, so we'll do something with that parking lot there. We'll make that ours, pave it nicely, so it won't be the eyesore that it is.
The
It's a
parking lot?
greenhouse. Well, the owner of that green duplex also owns the parking lot.
I see,
And
I
she
see.
won't sell me the parking lot, I gotta buy the house and the
Okay.
parking lot.
Okay.
So, but I thought it'd be good to be my own neighbor.
Yeah.
And then we get that corner too, so we can make that look a lot more appealing.
Good.
Great.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Maria
There are some requirements yet before you.
Karsadewski, which isn't gonna be here. Penis Cafe.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
I guess she's not ready yet. And last time she was in, we had said, we need to have everything done, cause I think we give her a long time.
Yeah.
Remember how,
But I think that time has passed.
the time has passed.
It was back in December, November, I think.
But I thought she came after that and she had said May.
There might be a letter in the jacket that states when the committee.
And so, this is still the 15-16 license transferred from, Summit Cafe to here. Now, I don't think we have to go through the revocation process on this one.
If she doesn't have, we can either revoke or she has to surrender, is my understanding.
Now, what you're saying, she's ready to give up on it? She's not gonna be able, she's not going forward with the plan, and she's just gonna surrender?
Well, she doesn't have the plans done yet, and
Her business
I don't think,
plan.
I don't think she's got a date set up. She doesn't have a date set up when she could possibly have the plan done. So we're in this case where, they had the cafe over at Summit Place, and that's where they had the license, and they want to transfer it over here, and.
But the
I think
license
we
was
need
for an
to start-
address that they no longer have a lease or control over at. And the license is attached to the
Right.
address, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Two.
Yes, that is true.
to the Washington.
Yeah, she wants to
Summit.
transfer it to her
76
mall.
yeah,
Yes, yeah.
right next to the Rapina's grocery store, but she doesn't have definite plans. Or she might be
There
trying
isn't
to hold on to it to sell it to someone else
Well,
and is unable to sell
I think
it.
she had serious plans, but, you know, as we know, plans always don't work out. So I don't know what the committee like to
Was
do.
she
I
called
thought, we were fair.
Was she called before us?
Yeah,
She
she
did
didn't
not-
come.
She was
No.
called for us. She did not call it.
Do you want to
She
hold
called
it?
Diane.
She couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah.
And instead of, she wanted to know who to call, and instead of spending the time trying to figure out exactly who she should call, I called Mickey.
Well, she could've,
She basically said that she was working with an architect, she's got some plans, but she has no idea when, anything could actually fall into place. So at this point in time, if, the committee decided they had to either revoke or she had to surrender her license, then that's what she would have to do. Cause she's not far enough along for, you know, what the expectation was of the committee the last time she was here.
has she applied for the new license? See, she hasn't even applied for
Right,
it.
she
No.
doesn't, she's not
Yeah.
far enough.
When will she be far along?
I don't think until a couple months yet. I don't think she'll know exactly what she's
I mean,
doing with
Shakey's
it.
here was 2 years, and we're still.
Well, it's a little.
September 15th, we
it's
got
a
a
little
date now.
Yeah, it's a little bit different case simply because, you know, he has a existing building that he
Yeah,
bought and
he
everything.
has an address
Yeah.
that the license is connected to.
You know, here the.
This
here-
license was connected to a leased space, which they no longer have control over, which you need to have a license.
Right.
I think I'd like to hold it and see
I
if she
would too.
applies for the new year.
Well,
if
she would have
she
had
puts
to
her-
apply already,
Wait,
correct?
Yeah, she would have had to apply already.
So she's already gonna be delayed if she applies now for that.
yeah.
And we're going by a license, so, if you wanna hold it until.
That would be my wish as well.
Yeah.
Just to hold it?
Hold it until after July 1st. If she
Have-
hasn't filed late for the new year, then perhaps
Then the license just expires.
then it expires and it goes away.
Okay.
That's cleaner.
And then we don't have to go through a revocation.
Does she,
I don't think we have to go through a revocation on this one simply because we're transferring the license, the other place doesn't want it, and we're talking about the 15-16 license.
Right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's expire.
Yeah,
It'll just
so
expire.
it's expired. Okay,
Mr. Chair, if I could?
all in one.
Do you know, does she know that if the license goes away, it's gone?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope she doesn't think, well, I didn't get it yet, now I'll just come back in September and apply and get it.
She does think that there's a possibility that she could come back and apply for a new license,
Okay.
and based
Well, she
upon
could certainly apply.
her business plan and,
Okay.
yeah. She knows there's no guarantee.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Diane.
Yeah, thanks.
okay, I'm gonna go all the way over here to discussion items. Tommy and Plucker for tomfooleries, 69 Orchard. There's no number on this, so
That's the last item. We're gonna
is that discussion item?
Okay.
See, now I think you're the last person here.
Yeah, 111A.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Thank you.
Reason I asked Tom to come in was, I don't know, are you familiar with tomfoolery? And it's right next to the senior housing, I'm getting a lot of calls from the senior housing saying about, basically, he's got a side door out of the downstairs, bar that people go out there and smoke, and they're making noise. And we had talked earlier, and, you know, I think you gotta put the people out the front, you know, or something, because as I told you when you came for the license, you got the whole building there of all these people, a lot of elderly people there, and, you know, you need to do something different to show that you're really trying. Cause like you said, you can talk to some people, but they still go out there, and they're loud or rowdy or something. And you have your parking lot there too, or a parking area,
Yeah,
you know, so.
a couple of things that I've been trying to think about, reasoning behind it. You know, we have parking for 10 spots right there. The only really good entrance into the bar is that side entrance. And when there's two events going on, which is pretty often, almost every weekend, like this weekend's on Saturday, we have an event upstairs and downstairs. When there's an event downstairs and upstairs, I really don't think it's a good idea to have both of them mixing out the front smoking cigarettes. You know, two different crowds, different types of people, you know, that type of thing. I think that could be an issue, you know. During the week, the ordinance is 10 o'clock at night for basically.
Right.
For noise.
You know,
For noise.
for noise, right. And I know that the wonderful elderly people across the street call occasionally, and sometimes they mistaken what we're doing out there with motorcycles driving by, people walking through the alley. There is another lot with the other building there, and sometimes it's us, and you know, and we try to do what we can, and you know, if you don't continuously keep on it, you know, it can get away. People go out to their cars are out there, you know, they're talking, they're yapping. It is quite a ways over there, but I know that that's kind of an alcove, and you know, that type of thing. As far as everybody going out the front, you know, which is, you know, basically the weekends, because most of the events, 9 out of 10 will be on weekends. You know, so you know, during the week they go up to the front. On the weekends, I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, I'm willing to try it, but you know, I mean, I already put a sign out once we talked about, and it's just a temporary sign, you know, no smoking out the side door right now.
You know, and the other thing I thought is about, you know, because you had brought up that it's just one person or maybe just a couple person, and a lot of people live there. I know they have a new manager, I think.
It's been there for a while. Jason's been there for a while.
Jason, okay.
Yeah.
I remember a person before that. Mary? Was
Mary
there before?
Morris.
Yeah, she was there before that. You know, maybe going over and sitting down and talking to him, or what? Smartport.
We did that.
We've been there and did that. I met with him 3 times.
Excuse me. Yeah, my name's Larry Elliott. I'm with the Memorial Board Trust with Tanner Paul.
Okay.
And I'm also the building manager, and I work with Tom all the time.
Yeah.
We, the Memorial Board president, myself, with Tom, met with the management and the 2 ladies who mainly were in complaint. And we had a nice, long meeting, very well discussed all the issues and everything, and we said that we would try to accommodate, you know, and all the issues with noise in regards to parties and stuff and things going on there. But most of the noise comes from the banquet hall parties. But those windows, you know, they're 90% of the time they're always closed.
100%.
Yeah, and so, but I do remember the one woman, I can't remember her name. She basically said that she was hell bent on us closing that building. That was her goal, was to close that building and push us out. I mean, I'm also, you know, the American Legion post commander at that post. So I'm an American Legion member, and also with the Memorial Board Trust. So, you know, I have a lot of skin in the game there. You know, and this we're 2 years from celebrating our 100th anniversary.
I was going to ask, how long have you guys been there?
Yeah, 1918. See, and Tanner and Paul, the 2 gentlemen from West Dallas, World War I vets, that gave us that building. You know, gave us that building for the sole reason that we would continue to hold our American Legion, both the men and the auxiliary women's, and so.
Well,
we can't allow this to happen with that building.
Well, we don't. You know, we're not here to shut you down. We just need you to work with us and everything. How many times have the police showed up? I had to close the door or anything. Tell you to close the doors.
Well, just about 2 weeks ago. That I know of. Yeah, that I know of. And I got a call from police dispatch, a gal, stating that I should close the door because it's noisy. The side door, and I says, it's not noisy. Our radio is on low. There's about 4 people in the bar. I just happened to answer the phone. I was on my way out. And if you walked outside, you couldn't hear anything. And that's one of those where the door was open, they're watching from up there, they're making the telephone call. So I had told this gal, I'm not gonna close the door, could you please have the police come over? And I don't really want them to witness this. About 45 minutes, they went through and they came back, they didn't do anything, they didn't stop by, and that was it for that.
Marty, what ordinance do we have on that?
I don't know.
I thought we had one about the doors having to stay
We-
closed
we
in a
told
bar.
we told somebody
There
else.
is, and I don't know what it is.
Well, we had when the noise ordinance is 10 o'clock, but I don't know that we have a closed
There
door.
is, and I don't know what it
could
is,
s- I-
because you had brought it up with,
6,500.
6,500
That
with
was,
the
that was
bungee
about
cord.
noise, and she was keeping the door propped open all the time. And she said she wasn't. And I had a picture of her
Right.
with the rope around on the
Right,
door and the
yes.
block.
And we had a couple in District 3 where
I
Gary
don't
and I
know
were
that we
going out
have
at
a-
night telling them, you gotta shut these doors.
I don't know. I've never been in that kind of bar business where the doors are wide.
Yeah, and giving you a little bit of history from when I first went in there a couple of years ago. When we first opened up and during the summer, we had some loud people in there, and I ended up meeting with them a couple times before Larry and the group came over with me, and they asked me for a few things. Tom, late at night you're throwing bottles out there in the garbage. We stopped doing that. Now they're complaining that we're throwing the bottles out at 7, 8 o'clock at night. I said, we're still gonna do that, but late at night, we're gonna hold them overnight, and then we're gonna dump them during the day. So we've done that, and then when I've gone back to see them again, they're still saying we're doing the same thing, and we're not. I'm the most honest guy in the world. I'll tell you yes or no, and give you the correct answer, and that's where I wanna go. To curtail what we're doing over there as far as people out there, I think we can put more signage, make our people more aware. And if they do go out and they smoke a cigarette, to be quiet, et cetera. We don't have any signs out there now. I put that temporary sign up there, but I think if we did that on the front and in the back to be quiet and be aware of the neighbors and et cetera. And we police it enough, and just keeping on my bartenders and make sure that
Did
that
walk
they're
out there or
checking
something,
that.
yeah.
Almost every one of my bartenders smoke, so they know. That's just 9 out of 10 bartenders smoke.
Have you found anything, Nick? Have you found anything?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
And if there's something on that, but, okay, does anybody else have anything? Okay, now this was for discussion item, but, I think that is place on file.
Sure.
I move to place on file.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. Or Weigel,
And, Mr. Chair,
Any further discussion?
while we're discussing, if we don't have a door closed ordinance, do we want to consider that?
Well, it's
I thought it was in the noise.
not really on
ordinance.
it's not on the agenda, so I don't know if we can discuss it, so.
Well, and
So, but
if there's a screen door, does it make a difference? You know what I mean?
still here, still
You know what I mean? If someone puts a screen door in and the screen door is closed, but the music's still going.
Well, then we would make sure it wasn't a screen door. If the
Yeah.
purpose for having the door closed is to keep sound from traveling over the neighborhood, then a screen door wouldn't qualify as a door.
Because I know there's a lot of bars that have screen doors, and and it's more of a to filter the cooler air in
No, I
nowadays
understand.
and whatever, and it's a
That-
positive
That
thing.
is a fire door. That door that's
Yeah,
on
we have a fire door.
That is a fire door.
And if we do have it open, it's because we don't want the air conditioning on when it's just
Yeah,
as
it's
cool
50
outside.
degrees,
Yeah. But after, we just say 10 o'clock, I would have it closed. So it's not open late at night. And I think maybe the issue isn't so much of the music going out the side, as it would be, smokers and maybe,
talking.
the
Yeah.
talking and the echoing in the area or whatever, so.
Okay.
I'm aware of it and we try and do everything we can.
I appreciate it.
It's in the noise ordinance.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to place on file. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Carries.
Thank you.
Talk to-
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have,
Having a ton of time.
okay, we got item number 12. 13, 14, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 12, 13, that's for,
Closed session.
do we wanna go into closed session for it? Pardon me?
10 to 11. We didn't, we skipped ahead.
No, that was, well, we didn't do that yet. Yeah,
Okay.
but she's not here. He's here,
Okay.
that's why I wanna go ahead. Okay, let's see, this is the responses.
Are you from Vanny's Kitchen?
Yeah, he's from Dave's Kitchen. You come up here.
Yeah, good evening.
Motion to modify the recommendation. Okay, how close are you to opening? I know we had you in here not that long ago.
Right, last couple of weeks back I was here, and yeah, almost most of the stuff has been taken care. In a week, I'll be able to go back and start it.
You'll be able to go back and start?
Just start in the sense the fully organized and go.
When do you think you'll be open?
Yeah, it's ready to it's everything is there, and then it's ready to go.
Okay.
So only thing we need to catch up, get a couple of people trained, and then start working on it.
Okay.
My understanding was that I think last week there was one or so things to fix
Open
when the
permit?
building inspectors went back to see what was done. They saw the fixes, but noted I think 3 things that need to get fixed now instead of just the one.
Right, yesterday.
They found new things?
No, not new things. Yesterday.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, if I can,
Go ahead, Ed.
when Mike Roman's plumbing inspector, he was out there, he had one issue that was kinda still outstanding from a while back. Went out there, a couple days ago, I think, or yesterday.
The day before yesterday, he was there.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think yesterday
this-
morning or something, and found 3 more things wrong. Was out there this morning then, 2 of those were corrected, one of them's still not done yet.
Okay, there's a vegetable sink, the prep sink that is a little bit loose. We try to put the screw in tie it, but the wall has a bigger hole. Because of that, it's still a little bit loose. I didn't know that for the rules it has to be very tight so that it shouldn't move. So this afternoon, when I was talking to the plumbing inspector, he mentioned that it has to be totally
Solid,
stable,
yeah.
solid, stable.
So
I told him I'm going to take care of that one. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Okay,
But-
is that,
That's all we,
it's just a loose,
The sink is,
A loose
it's
sink.
gotta get
Yeah.
anchored to the wall basically.
And so basically
You
that-
can't have the drains can't be touching basically, they gotta have
Air
air
gap.
space in there. So when that sink starts moving, those drains will shift and then it'll just
Oh,
go on
floor,
the floor instead of.
The leaks and everything is there was only one leak that was fixed, and then some small caps has to be installed on the fixture that is not in use that has been done.
okay, we're still on, this is still last year's license. Have you applied for this year's license?
I think once this one is done, I'm going to start the paperwork for the new one, and I'll complete it by June 30th.
Well, it takes a while, from the time you get the application in.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long does
Right.
it take normally?
About 3 weeks for all the inspections, and then council has to approve it.
Yeah.
Even
And July and
so-
August, we just have the one meeting in
Okay, so
July
if you bring the license in and it wouldn't come in front of us for,
possibly July 5th.
July 5th probably would be the first time.
Yeah, it's very possible you're gonna be closed on July 1st. Even if you get open right now, cause the
Well-
license,
We can be open, but just not serve any alcohol. Is that correct? Cause it's the,
Right, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
compliant,
right.
right,
you
yeah,
wouldn't be able to
right.
serve alcohol from the first until whenever we okayed your license.
yeah,
'Cause
which
you
which
get
might
it
be
done.
July 5th, but it might be the first Tuesday in August.
Because we don't have another meeting in July, we
Oh,
only have,
okay.
again, so you need to get in and make the application as soon as you can.
Sure, yeah, I can
Okay.
initiate as early as tomorrow or something. I can-
Okay,
Do
do we wanna act on these here?
Let's hold them.
Yeah.
Well, we can
Until
approve
it's-
subject to, that way as soon as building and neighborhood services signs off on it, then it's approved, right?
That's all you have then?
Right, yeah, that's one thing. And then registration
You just said, I
certificate.
think.
No, registration certificate I
Okay.
provided, and then property taxes for 2015 I took care of it this morning. So
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I move approval subject to necessary requirements.
Okay, hang on a second
These are
here.
findings and recommendations.
Because we have, oh, I see, we have findings, recommendations, which we really can't act on until
Hold them.
Yeah, we
after
should hold.
everything's done.
Mm.
The latest one, 112, is response, on the finding, okay. We're gonna have to hold them. Because
Okay.
It's all.
Then I withdraw
in
my
this one,
motion.
yeah, okay. Okay, we'll just hold these, and, because this is all to do with the summons and complaint that we had against you, so, okay, just get that one thing fixed and keep moving ahead, apply for that license, otherwise you have to go the entire month of July without serving alcohol. I don't know what percentage of your business was alcohol, but,
yeah, at this point, yeah, it's very less, but again, the things will change.
Yeah. okay, so we're holding this also then. Okay, good luck.
Yeah, thank
Let's take number 111 here, which is communication with the city attorney for DOPS Bar. You received an agreement from her on that, Nick?
Let me see.
It's my understanding, we have real estate taxes. Oh, and then there's something, is there something from the county here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thought I read it earlier.
I don't know if I have anything. I know Jenna had written information on the other two communications from the city, assistant city attorney. Let me double check to see if I have anything additional.
Cause all we got is this agreement from the 12th. Okay. What's the date on here? May 26, 16. Okay, that's the failure to do the payment plan which she set up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one right there.
So there wasn't, I think I misunderstood this, there wasn't really a deal. The deal was back in 12. Oh no, here, 5/2/16.
That's the latest she dropped off last week.
Wait, why isn't it in here? I had it on the,
So she did drop off something?
From the
here?
county. Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm coming
Okay.
Look how big David Cullen's name is on the letterhead. Is that a re-elect?
Right.
Looks like it's from the Cook County treasurer, not the Milwaukee County
okay,
treasurer.
did
Also, as
we
of-
do it?
About 6/3, she's saying that she's gonna pay about $100 a month. Was that what this, if I read this before?
Okay, well, we have something, 5/2/16,
Yeah.
she agreed to pay $658.84 per month on a delinquent 2011-2012 real estate taxes. Last payment on delinquent taxes on February 22nd, 16. Additionally, she has delinquent 13-15. Is that for the 13 and 15 taxes?
I'm trying to check I think that'd be the 13 and
Says-
15. I'm trying to see if she's got anything going on right now with 16 or 15 additional.
Clarification, is that 2013 and 2015 or 2013, 14 and 15?
It could be 20, yeah, it says dash, so probably 13 and 15. Well,
Yeah, her payment went up to $900 a month.
Through 15.
Yeah.
but this agreement was on the, I see it's dated the 16th, but on June 26th to 14th, she agreed to pay that amount. I don't know where this is sitting right now.
I'm reading, it says, property owner agrees to pay $900+ per month for 42 months, due on or before the last day of each month, starting with June 2016. So this agreement with the county
Oh, it's the county one.
was just when it was just received on June 3rd by our staff, and it really goes into effect just this month. That's the Cullen letter.
So if anything, that Cullen letter says they're just starting to pay.
Yes.
Or they haven't really done
Yeah,
anything.
we have an
yet.
agreement and it's just starting and
Hopefully
our
we're
first
starting.
payment is due in the next 2 weeks or 3
Right.
weeks.
Yeah, starting June 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just a communication. She applied for her license? Are we okay that already?
Yes, subject to.
Subject to.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's one of the things, so.
So she doesn't get it until.
Well, if she misses that first payment, she's not getting it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold the communication.
And updates you want from us to see if she's been paying, so.
Well, we gotta know,
So she could come in on the last day of June, make the payment, and we were expecting our staff to issue the license that day.
before the last day of each month, starting with June.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has till the end of the month.
So at the end of the month to make her first payment.
Well, if the license is ready to go though,
Well, and all, everything else is, do we know, you know where the rest of her license stands?
No, I'd have to take a look at it. If I may, Mr. Chair, these are
Sure.
real estate taxes.
Right.
And didn't we put the ordinance through last year that we wouldn't hold them for real estate taxes? That the county would be responsible from now on? Do you recall?
I think you're correct. Okay, I'm gonna hold this, you check on that.
Okay.
And we'll check with Jenna and see if she has anything on it.
Yep, and I'm gonna check myself to see if there's payments being made or.
Yeah, and check on that,
they're not paying us.
that we wouldn't hold, any license for county real estate taxes. You know, the deals between her and the county, we're not involved.
So basically,
Unless-
can we hold if the county and her have a deal? I mean, is that something that we're party to essentially?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's what you're asking us.
Yeah, I'm asking to find out on that, cause I seem to recall, you know, that we did vote on something like that, but was it for one purpose though, or was it overall?
We would probably refer to it as the Scardinia law.
Right.
I was just gonna say, we don't want another.
So,
Sardina,
why
maybe
don't
they
check to see if we do have an ordinance that we change on that? And, and if we have, then there's really no argument that we have with it.
Then we just give her a license.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we're holding this. Okay, then we have, you can probably go if you want, nothing else to.
Good to see you, John.
Pardon, run a little while for it.
I was hoping he was looking at me.
Just, okay, okay, Jeffrey Lau, was he called in?
Yes.
Called in again, and
Yes,
he's
he
a
sent.
on-road truck driver or something?
He sent me an email. Did I forward it to you, Nick, an email from
Yeah, I
Jeffrey?
believe so, that he's not proceeding.
That he's not proceeding with his license, he's not going to renew. As a matter of fact, I believe the establishment is closed right now.
Yeah, according to one person here. So,
Oh, yeah, that woman that was just here.
Does any of this just expire?
well,
Is he a tenant or is he the
does
property?
does he have to surrender his license? Because if he, do you know if he lost the place?
Not yet, it's in the process.
It's in the process, so it's under foreclosure right now?
Maybe not right now, but he did tell me that he was going to release it to the bank.
Okay. So,
So if he doesn't show, my notes here say something to the effect of,
well, he was asked, but this isn't the first time he hasn't showed.
right, I know.
Yeah, and so,
And another person.
well, we have a summons complaint. I-
Proceed with findings and
I suppose
recommendations.
we gotta
We
go
are
with,
gonna do that.
we gotta go with revocation on it.
Yeah.
So I need a motion to move towards revocation of the license?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? I'm gonna put these all around here and I'll let you fill out exactly what you said.
And Mr. Chair, if that's our last item before we adjourn, well, first off, is it our last
I'm
item?
gonna go through all, cause we have some other people here, so maybe you're here.
Oh, okay. Well then, anyhow, since I have the floor, I just wanna
Sure.
point out to our discussion of item 111A about the closed door, open door
Right.
issue. I got a text from Sally Nusslock, who's watching the proceedings, and she explained very helpfully that if there's a kitchen on the premises, then the health code requires them to have a closed door.
I get that email and I was gonna look into health code at this point.
Does the screen door count as a closed door?
And the intent is to keep insects and bugs out, so I would assume that the answer is yes.
It says here in my email, if so, can't have the doors open, could have a screen door.
Yeah, there you go. She got both of them.
Interesting.
Very good. Sally's on it.
Everyone say hi, Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, are you here for something?
The apartments that are going up on 84th Street.
Oh, okay, that's in the council chambers. Okay. So then we, well, I don't see anybody else here.
Miss in the second row, can we help you?
So.
Can we help you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got them out of order too. So with that,
That's mine.
okay.
It is.
Do I have, we have nothing else on the agenda?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thanks, Dan.